fact of you can't judge someone just based on a group they've been put in, because I think everyone does that to us. So they're like, oh, you're Blue Dragon Clan. And I think because of that, I don't know, I feel like I'm also having trouble understanding the question, because I'm linking, like, my opinion on the clan to my opinion on the people in the clan, which I guess
think
is
your
somewhat the
answer's
same.
That's a valid way to go with it. I think you can interpret it how you like, but yeah, that I suppose you guys have experienced a lot of that, of like, Blue Dragon, okay, fuck you then. Like, we just met.
Hmm. So, like I said, I'm basing this also more or less a bit on just samurai in general, but I think Jin would think they are quite hypocritical because they often talk about loyalty and honor, but samurai have a bit of a tendency to stab each other in the back if it suits their goals at times.
Especially some of the ones you've met. So
Yeah, so that's why June doesn't get them always prattling on about honor when they do that thing, if it would serve their goals. So yeah, that's probably what June would think about them. Do as I say, not as I do, type of thing.
My opinion, I guess, will be Jerry's opinion will be necessary. Like they all, the clans were created not just randomly. Like, they each had a champion that did something, depending on the clan. You can just mesh them all together into one, or do like certain meshing. They are here for each of them were created for a reason. That's how I interpreted the question.
yeah, necessary, but perhaps a necessary evil. So what about Saturn Estrella?
From Estrella's side, she sees it's like he does not understand why the clan exists, because it seems that them fighting with each other causes more problems than if they were one. Because think about, like, everybody seems to hate the Blue Dragon Clan, while they basically are like, oh yeah, if we gonna help you, you need to like do prove that you are worthy. And that time is wasted. That time could be spent and potentially save others.
I think as well, if you think about it, the clans are kind of like countries. Kind of. Like, Sakura would see their purpose in like leadership. Like, imagine trying to have a single person rule over an entire continent. That would be interesting. So,
Well, that's part of the whole feudal thing. Is as history, real world history has shown, you can only control so much, like territory before things start to break down.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so is the Blue Dragon Clan essentially Russia trying to take over Ukraine?
What
No,
the fuck?
like ancient
Whoa.
Japan, where you have like one head of this family, and then everyone's branched off into their own little families, and everyone thinks that they deserve the the role, and it's a mess, the feudal system. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, in terms of how every war over land and like resources has been, yeah, I guess.
Hmm.
Gotta love geopolitics.
Yeah, I mean the amount of wars that have been fought over a line in the sand.
It's crazy.
But yeah, what about Seto? Hopefully we'll get Jerry back in there.
Hard to tell, but I think Seta would probably just hate all of them. I think he just generally dislike the notion of current, like, landlords or whatever, just greed. He believes that the fact that they exist just makes more greed and then furthers the continuous conflict. So if he could, he would like to just see all of them abolished.
I'm so interested to know if you guys would feel this way had you ended up with a different clan. Like, because I think it makes total sense the way all of you are thinking. I think you've all got insights into this world that I wonder how many of them come from being part of the Blue Dragon clan, having like especially most of you came in there as prisoners. You weren't. It's not like you made the choice to join them. It was join or die kind of thing.
Hmm.
I don't know if being a part of Blue Dragon clan would affect Sarah. Like the way I envisioned him was he was already mad that the greed itself exists and the constant need of people greed for something that once they go, like once they enter the coffin, it won't really matter the entire wealth and shit. He would be. He was already mad at the fact that people want to expand and kill and pillage just for the sake of wealth and like
Yeah, and I
reputation or
think
whatever.
you, like the way I've seen it is that your father would have preached that to you as well. As I mean, with some of the things you've uncovered now with the Phoenix clan, it's like he clearly saw the the bad side to this whole clan system as well. So it makes sense that Seta would have grown up with that kind of
Yeah.
view on it.
Gina's just an anarchist at heart, so
Yeah, she's maybe part
eat
of
the
the
rich.
problem on purpose. And I think we know Elias's feelings of. And, I mean, he comes from more a gang than the clan, but everyone's making their teams. Um, as for last time, I feel like it's been a while. Did we play last week?
We
I'm
did.
pretty sure you guys did.
Oh, it's been a while since because June wasn't here last week. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was having technical difficulties that I could not solve.
Yeah, no worries. We understand. Turned out it was my battery, by the way. If I can replace the battery, I should be able to get my laptop back.
Yay!
I opened it up and it like exploded. So
Yeah,
uh,
I was actually meant to message you to tell me what symptoms you noticed because I'm I'm currently studying for my A+ exams from CompTIA. So I actually have to be a PC technician. So I was about to ask you, hey, tell me what's wrong. I might be able to tell you. Do you
yeah.
have the-
So yeah, no, I opened it up and the battery was all swollen. So
yeah,
it
that's
was,
Yep,
I think it was
that's
power
the.
because it happened right when load shedding was supposed to kick in, but the power didn't actually go off, and the laptop just died. It was like 6 o'clock this morning. And I was busy prepping, and I was like, you know what? I can't actually deal with this right now, but I'm sure I can find a solution. So deal with it in the morning. So thankfully we are here, and this laptop actually seems to run Foundry better than mine. So this may be the
yeah.
first session we have without technical difficulties. But let me not speak too soon. But anyway, as for the recap, last week you guys had found yourself face to face against the River Ronin, who were all eldritch corrupted, and they were not the same as the River Ronin you had fought before. These were much more powerful, and it seemed like they'd given up on the whole Ronin thing and had decided to serve a master instead. Some of them claiming that Cthulhu didn't want the same, wasn't as greedy as the rest of the daimyo, and it had no interest in that whole system, which is why they seem to be attracted to it by just this promise of power. But of course, there are so many dynamics at play there. We will see how that develops. But as you guys continued the fight, it was not going great. Honestly, there was it was a hard fought battle. Some of you were nearly killed, uh, but you did manage to absolutely annihilate some of them. We'll won't go into too many of the specifics, as you guys can remind me if there was anything that crazy that you want to bring up. But by the end of the fight, you managed, three of them managed to get away, by going down into the water below, and which, for reference, is not the sea. It's still the water up on the island that is cascading off of it in these waterfalls. But they managed to escape into the water, and the cosmic horror that had found its way upstairs, chasing after Elias and one of the Crane Clan members, did actually manage to eat one of those Crane Clan. But when the battle was done, Elias, I think, sliced it open and spilled this guy out of its stomach. He was very dead, missing limbs, and Estrella, however, managed to. Estrella pulled off a couple of cool things actually with her eyes. She managed to keep Jerry alive, even though he was inside a wall of stone. She managed to see through it and give him the ability to actually continue fighting back. As even though she'd gone down herself, she managed to resurrect the Crane Clan member at the end of this, and he seems to be revived, still injured, but his limbs have grown back. And I'm not entirely, I can't remember how Z survived. Oh, she just rolled a nat 20 and woke up from her death save.
Just but a flesh wound.
Yeah, they were. Z and Seto were at the bottom of a crevasse that had been created by one of these attacks, and it was not looking like Z would make it out. But the two of them seem to have survived. Sakura was unfortunately frozen and almost dropped into the water beneath, but managed to get back up into the air and hold her own as well. Jerry, however, a pretty important thing happened with Jerry, as Akuma had managed to push his hand right into Jerry's soul and just spread this eldritch corruption of Cthulhu directly into Jerry's soul, which is what everyone is looking at the moment. As where we left the session, Jerry was just sitting, like, I think, clutching at his chest. He's like in his inner world, trying to fight this thing off, and finding the Titan is currently being corrupted, and Cthulhu is trying to take control of it. The last thing you saw from it was that the core itself had been corrupted. What that means, you have not yet discovered, but you do know that there is all kinds of purple energy crackling throughout this facility, and there is a large door behind you that seems to lead into more of the facility. But whatever's going on in here does not look good. So we are going to kick things off here with you, Jerry, as you have just discovered this, and we'll get to the rest of you outside in a second. But for now, Jerry, what are you doing in this inner world as you can feel Cthulhu's influence kicking you out of the Titan?
Okay.
But that Cthulhu takes over, Jerry. Not really. Okay, so we'll come back to. He seems to be having some internet issues.
Technical difficulties.
We will come back to him then in a second, as what the rest of you are seeing is shadows coming in from the sky that you noticed a very large shadow that looked like the flying dragon turtle that you'd seen before, and three large cranes that you now see descend into the water temple. And yeah, sorry, Jerry, we'll come back to you hopefully once your internet's stable.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, no worries. We'll give you a moment to do that, as the rest of you see the Crane clan and the Unicorn clan flying in, and
the
you see
hell
a
are you
couple of
doing?
their samurai land and disembark here on the island. Though most of you are down in the crater at the moment, so I'm going to actually switch us back to proper vision, and I'll put you back down, June.
Yeah.
As June, we didn't actually discuss where you were this time, but we can assume that you are arriving back with them, as you got pushed over the side last time. But
I
with
can
your
accept that.
crew
She was probably knocked flying somewhere, and then she
you
made
would
her
have
way
run
back.
into the battle they were having. So
Yeah.
you would have seen that some of the mind flayers that you had not been able to deal with before were in battle with the Crane and the Unicorn clans. But that battle has been won, as well as they've made their way back.
Cool.
What would you guys like to do? As Jerry's just kneeling in the middle of the crater, seemingly having a bit of a problem, and you've just revived Kazuma.
Oh, game still paused, by the way.
It's done, pause now.
Yeah. It's,
Right. Also, the snow will be getting much lighter. The blizzard that was around you while you were fighting the River Ronin seems to have stopped. There are still a few flakes falling, but it's now just turned to rain.
yeah. I guess Jin will run up to the giant ass crater where everybody is, and we'll just shout down, "Hey, you guys okay down there?" She receives silence. She's like, "Oh shit! Did they die or something?"
Yes.
Sakura, you are muted, but you are also still up in the air, so you would see June approaching first. And Seto, you are also muted, but I don't know if you have and Z have climbed out of that hole yet. I don't remember.
I was definitely, because I was fighting outside the hole and I died outside the hole.
Okay, so Z will just be climbing her way out now and like looking very hurt, just dragging herself onto the lake.
Yeah, Jin's just shouting down to everybody, asking if you guys are okay.
Sakura will shout out yes, but well, can we see Jerry at the moment, or is
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
see him kneeling just in the middle. He seems like he's in his own world there, but yeah, he's been sitting there for a while. He hasn't moved. The bodies around him are completely dead, though. He doesn't look like he's in immediate danger, but yeah, it's Jerry. You can describe what he's doing.
Yeah, I think I did last session. Well, again, Jerry just skin like turns like metallic and back at random and into random parts, and he's just like talking gibberish, like once in a minute or so. Not sure how long everyone are just watching him.
Can Sakura shout to June that she thinks something's wrong with Jerry?
Yeah. June
Okay,
will start
seems like
sliding down
seems
into
like
the hole
everything
to
is
try
good
help.
on my end.
She'll like keep a distance, but she'll go and try and take a closer look.
June and Sakura, you'll both immediately recognize the kind of magic that seems to be coursing through him and creating these strange like glitches. That it is definitely that eldritch magic from similar to the eldritch frost that you've just been fighting.
Oh, great. Having that happen to our strongest fighter is not good in any way. June is going to start examining him, taking out a book, try to figure out what the hell's wrong.
I think
Can
there's
make
still
an
a hole
arcana.
in the chest.
There's a hole in the chest?
Yeah, there's definitely. It looks like there's a wound on his chest, but I will say it's not like you have a massive gaping wound. It's like he put his hand in, uh, like it were a blade. So it looks like he's been stabbed.
Just regular battle damage.
Well, except for the eldritch, like it looked like there's this blackish purple kind of corruption spreading within that wound.
Hmm. Yeah, can June try to put her hand on it to try it, see if she can try to do anything?
Yeah, you can give that arcana.
Sure thing. Normal roll. 14. That's not great.
Yeah, you've never seen a technique like this. You're not sure. Healing it doesn't look like it would be an easy option. It looks like his immediate, like life-threatening wounds have been healed, but he's still. I mean, looks like he's only got a few hit points. But yeah, undoing it is beyond you in this moment.
Oh.
Someone else might have some be able to do better at that, but yeah, 14 not enough, unfortunately. As Jerry, we will actually go to you at this point, as it seems like you're actually here. You've just been in the inner world, have been pushed out of this Titan, and you know that the core is being corrupted. Are you trying to do anything there at the Titan itself, or are you going looking for the core?
Yeah, I'll have to go to the core. There's nothing I can do with the Titan right now.
Yeah, you will see it is actively trying to kick you out at this point. But that door should work now.
You're just like limping slowly, heavily injured.
Yeah, DM, I don't have vision of the screen.
Don't worry, we'll
It's
get another
fine.
second. Just because he's going through a door anyway, so we're gonna.
Okay,
no.
cool.
Okay, so Jerry, as you make your way into this facility, you will see the doors start to get smaller now, more your sized or like humanoid sized, less like you need to get Titan equipment in and out of here. But you will step into a room that is just also filled with that eldritch magic, and you will see a massive, uh, what must clearly be the core, as you would probably recognize it as something from the forges that you built a long time ago. Um, and you will see that it has definitely is being currently overridden by a very large looking mind flayer who is standing at the end of these stairs and seems to have a lot of his buddies with him. Um, Mostly mind flayers like you fought below, but a couple of intellect devourers walking around here with them like their pets. And as the doors open, they will all turn to look at you.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask. Since I'm not actually like outside, this is like inside my, I don't know, soul or.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if you are. It feels like you're in a physical place, but at the same time, you are still conscious in the real world. It's like this does feel like it's happening within. It's like you're dreaming while you're awake, but there is. It's similar to when you are meditating and you have that similar experience. But here you can still feel your injuries are affecting you, though it you know that magic in this place does not work like it does outside. You can't cast spells.
No, I misclicked.
And that's limited to spells, I will say. I think jutsu you might still be able to use. I might have to look into that, but yeah, I think you can use jutsu. It's just magic that there is no connection to the weave in this place.
Would I know how to destroy the Titan core except smacking it really hard?
You'll see the large mind flayer there that you would. I think you've seen an Ilitharid before. Ilitharid? Anyway, um, one of the commanding mind flayers. You will see that it had its hands on what looks like a console of sorts. It looks like there's a small screen and there are some um, buttons and runes written along underneath. But it looks like he was interacting with that when you walked in, but has now turned towards you and is just floating across this grate slowly towards you, seemingly like it is welcoming you or about to say something. But you would know that either controlling that or yeah, you don't know what the consequences of smashing it would be. But what are you? What are they seeing as you walk into this room?
Just like limping in, like heavily breathing, looking up to them. Yes. So this is it.
It will hold up a hand out towards you, and you'll feel its voice in your mind, which is an extra layer of trippy in here because you're hearing it in your conscious mind, but it will say, "This is it. It is too late for you to do anything now. Join us, and we can make this pain go away."
Yeah, I'll like pull out both of my swords slowly. Just hold them in one hand and place them to my side and start walking forward towards him.
Don't be foolish, Jerry. You have already lost this fight. Your friends cannot help you in here. And you will see all the other mind flayers like getting ready.
No, I said
As...
I'm placing it on the ground. The swords.
Oh, you're putting... Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I thought you meant you were holding them out to the sides. Like,
No, I'm just like lowering them, placing them on the ground.
okay, yeah, then he'll take the opposite tack and just say a wise decision. As they will seem less aggressive as you start making your way in towards. You will see the intellect of Aura kind of like following you. It doesn't seem immediately smart enough not to attack you, but it does just lurk around you, curious.
You know, continue walking unless anyone of them stop me like towards Olitharid.
Yeah, they'll take steps back, like to let you through. As yeah, they actually give me, as you get up to those, give me a persuasion or deception check, whichever your
Deception or
strong.
persuasion?
Yeah, just to convince them that you are surrendering and going to join them, because that's the way they see you.
Oh, it's the same thing, but I will roll nevertheless.
Yeah, depends if you're if you're lying.
I got a 10. That's not good.
Okay, so yeah, as you walk past the first one, the second starts to move back, and then their heads kind of tilt in, and you'll hear that same voice starting to laugh as it says, "Oh, don't try that, my friend. We can feel your intentions in here." And the other one will start moving in toward.
Yeah, we can just make sure of something if I have a jutsu I can use before I'm out. Because I don't have a lot of HP. I also assume everything I get from the arts, like from the what is it called? The Tetsugan is also out. Like everything related to the because it's related to the title.
And no, you
The
wouldn't have
icon.
any of the sealed beast abilities, but you would have your eye abilities. Those are linked more to Ekron than to the type. But yeah, it
And
seems
I
currently
can,
the
I can
Titan
use
is unavailable to you.
I can use Twisted Chakra for or only when I'm desperate raging.
No, the Twisted Chakra is the chakra from the Titan. So
Oh, so I
those
don't have it.
features are currently, that's what's going haywire. So you can certainly try, but it may have dire consequences at this point. You can feel that it's not fully under your control. But the Tetsugan stuff you can activate. Do you want to give a minute? Shall I give you a minute to consider what you want to do?
No, I know what I want to do.
Okay.
I'll expend a chakra die, which is I guess a hit die, and use. Where am I? There we go. I'll use missile cluster, and I'll aim it like at the console and all around it.
Okay.
And we can arrange creation attack on 8 ideal X fire damage, and everyone within 30 feet need to make a dex. Wait. Yeah, structured objects within 30 feet of a target need to make a dex save or take extra damage. So I guess I can make an attack against the console.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you hold up your hand to the mind flare in front of you, and then it just uh, like unfolds and sends these missiles out around it and over their heads towards the console. You will see that the Ulithard tries to like lift up a barrier um, as as it comes towards it, but it's because you are not actually targeting it. I'll say you will hit. Although is this a oh right
It's
within
both
30 feet?
to hit and then an extra damage to anyone within the area.
Okay, yeah. So you can roll to hit. It'll be pretty easy, I think.
Can hope.
But yeah, roll that damage, and then we will see because he'll get hit by the secondary blast for sure.
It's 30 feet away. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Blade. Where is it? Can't just do it like that. There, 31 to hit it.
Okay, yeah, you will just see it bombarding this thing with explosions going off as roll your damage, and
Yes,
then he
that's
makes
damage that's damage to the console, 38 fire, and then a save for everyone 30 feet away.
yeah, which save?
Deck save.
Just try to request it.
And next, oh, that's shitty roll. An extra 26 force damage to the console and anything that fails the save. If they succeed, they take nothing. So the console will take 64.
I keep trying to use the roll requesting, but it doesn't seem to. Ah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, DC 20. 20.
They
Yeah.
all fail.
A whopping 26 damage force.
It's very different when you're playing the Pacific Rim theme while this is going on.
Yeah, please change the music.
I don't know how to change the
It's
music.
so-
I've never used it.
Where did
I
you post
tried
in?
it last time, but I don't have the permission. Basically, what says.
Yeah, where did you post it in the music?
I'll post
No.
the longer version of Pacific Rim for you. There you go. It's on the music channel.
Let's see. Okay, so thank you. That music is way too chill. As yeah, this explosion just goes off, and you see it absolutely annihilate two of the mind players that just get blown to shreds. You see the intellect devourers that were up there as they started moving towards you, just get blasted across the room and down into the gears below, where they start grinding up into it. And you will see on the glass itself, you will see a crack appear up the like from the console up to the glass, and you will see that that console is now just sparking and flaring, but there is still light coming from it, and it seems like the inner mechanism that is inside that glass remains undamaged, but that console is wrecked. It is just completely destroyed. Actually, plugging anything in there is going to be difficult, and the lightning around here is going to get even more intense. I will say you've got basically, a, I mean, that was an action, right?
Yeah.
To do that. So yeah, I'll say you've still got a bonus action, but as you are doing this, these mind flayers are moving towards you, so they're also going to try and make attacks. But I'll say you've still got a bonus if you want to try and use it.
You can do it, Jerry.
With 10 HP.
I believe in you.
Uh,
Go out with a bang.
a bonus action. Do I have any? I don't know if it will help, but any less rages maybe? Let's see. I have one rage left. Yes, I will rage and give him hell. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be.
I will have. That's just how it works. I'll just give myself a 2 back, and that's me.
I didn't do it.
Okay. Yeah, that's me. They roll initiative, or they're just attacking me.
And no, we're not going to roll it just yet, but they are. It would be their turn in the initiative order here. So they are going to. I'm going to give them the movement to see what their bonus is. So that one can get to you as well as you're firing the missile. Oh God. Okay, so you managed to take out 2 of them, but there are still going to be. It's going to be a full pack as they start surrounding you. And you see tentacles just whipping out towards you from every direction, and I'm going to give them this roll. So it is. They are making a group attack.
Okay. I will attempt to use the art of creation and destruction if they hit to like. I'm not sure how it works. It's against a creature, but it's a group attack. I'm not entirely sure how it will work.
I don't know what the feature's actually doing, so we may have to.
I'll send it again in the same spell. It's just the bottom one is a reaction. Multi-arm counter grab. If they hit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see. So
They hit.
yeah, they hit, and then your multi-arm counter grab. So all of these tentacles whipping in at you, and you whip back with
Yeah,
as
I'll
many
attempt
arms as you
to.
can summon. So yeah, so make that creation art attack. If you can beat a 34.
I can't. I got 3.
Oh, oh wait, you couldn't have anyway.
Yeah, with a 34, no way. Even with a crit, I can't.
Yeah, they rolled a 19 to hit that as well.
Yeah.
So so yeah, your arms just spring out and you're grabbing tentacles and grabbing heads, like just crushing them as you defend from the swarm that is attacking you. But they are going to manage to get you there with their tentacles. Now, because you are raging, okay, I need you to give me. Oh no, actually they they do at least 10 damage here.
Yeah, but I'm raging, so it's halved.
Yeah, but they would actually, because there's 6 of them, it would be 60
Oh,
damage. That's
oh,
how,
yeah,
that's the
that's
problem of minions.
yeah.
When they get you. But I will say, do you still have the thing that brings you back to 1, or would you
Nope.
be going into death save?
I used it already. I'm dead saving.
Okay, so in that case, there is not going to be much that you can do. I won't ask you to roll the intelligence save to be stunned, because they are going to manage to grapple you. But
Yeah.
let me roll the.
I'll just roll anyway, because it will
that-
force me to do it. Even
Oh,
if
right.
I tell it not to.
Would have been a fail anyway. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, as you let out that blast, they swarm you and they have got a hold of you. They are now going to try and extract your mind in here, which at this point we are going to jump back outside as let's change the map. So the rest of you are going to see Jerry like dealing with this. You're trying to figure out what happened with the wound, and then you will see a spark of that like eldritch magic. His eyes will roll back and he will just collapse. As you can see in him that he is trying to fight something off, but he will just start to fall unconscious.
Oh no, that's not good. So that wound, it looks like it's kind of festering now with the dark energy and stuff.
Yeah, anyone that would like to look into this can either make Arcana or Medicine checks to try and figure out what's actually happening to him here.
Yeah, I've already failed my Arcana checks, so I'm out of ideas.
Fuck's sakes.
Oh, it's straight at 20. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say with a 20 on the Medicine and an 18 on the Arcana, between Estrella and Sakura will start to be able to figure out that this is definitely Estrella. You will recognize with that medicine check that it's not his physical injuries that are that have knocked him out. This is a sealed beast problem. Like there's something wrong with the seal and the creature within him, and it looks like it could break out at any second. Like it looks like that seal is about to come undone completely.
Oh, no.
Sakura, you recognize that the way, like the magic there, you remember this feeling right before your brain was sucked out of your skull. You remember that feeling that stunned you and held you in place. You can see that he is succumbing to that same kind of experience, and that it is happening deep within his mind, almost like it is within a dream. Um, it seems like external healing is not even going to be able to help him in this moment because that thing is breaking out.
Shit.
I might have an idea. Would those count as a magical effect?
Potentially. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me more
Okay.
than an idea to see. There are
Suppose,
definitely, you're gonna have to be creative about the solutions for
yeah.
this one. But
So what I could potentially do is cast glibness on myself. Basically makes any charisma check I make, including checks like with such as counterspell or dispel magic, equal to 15 plus numbers. So I cast that into myself, then try to spell the corruption. Is my idea. I will make the check equal to well, equal to at least 15.
Yeah, I'll say that you can definitely attempt that, but are you going to try and suggest that to the others before you do it? Because in that case, you could make Arcana checks first to see like if there are any obvious effects. Otherwise, yeah,
Yeah.
you can always attempt
Yeah.
anything.
I'll bring this up. Yeah, I'll say I could try and nullify the magical effects on Jerry. I don't know if it will work. Don't know what it will do, but it's the only idea I've got. No arguments, no complaints.
I'm just wondering which nature this corruption is. Like the origin of the corruptions, like if you would like a type, as in like aberrant stuff like that, or if it's just a nature thing.
You can make a nature or Arcana check astray with advantage. To that question.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay, yeah, with the 24, you know that these mind players don't use magic in the same way that most do. They use psionics, and it is not. You can't dispel psionic magic because it is more of a physical. It's much more like jutsu. It's,
Oh, I know exactly how to counter it. Though I don't have the spell.
What spell?
Mind blank.
I don't have that either.
I don't think I have that in mind.
It is below. It is within wish, and it is within the safe wish.
Is it?
It is. It's a level 8, I think it is, or it's a 7. I can't recall.
Yeah, sure. She'll use wish to cast that.
have you still got your 9th level slot?
Yep.
Hold it, that works.
I never ended up using the Meteus one because it's of the shield ended up doing the disintegrates.
Oh, so but did you spend this slot? Like, did you click Meteor Sword? Because it's definitely like it says you don't have.
Oh, I think I did click it in Foundry, but I keep track of my spell slots on D&D Beyond.
Okay. Okay, yeah, then you've still got it. I just wasn't sure. Maybe you upcast something like that. But okay, so yeah, can you post wish into the chat because, and also
Yeah.
describe how, because I mean this one, or actually I suppose an 8th level spell will automatically work. You won't have to roll. Like that just works. But I mean, what is the spell that you are trying to cast, and what is the effect you're trying to?
Let me find it.
Well, Australia just posted it in the chat there.
Oh, awesome.
So is that the spell that you're replicating?
Yes. She'll look at Estrella and say, I really do hope you're right about this.
I mean, you can again make Arcana checks if you want
yes,
to.
let me.
If you want to try and assess, because you also have a good magical knowledge. Okay, yeah. I mean, you know that definitely would help against mind flares. That could be a massively valuable thing. though looking at the state that he is in right now, it looks like he may be on the like resistance of psychic damage. That would stop them from possessing him, though. That would stop, I think, or yeah, it wouldn't be able to charm him like it did the mind flayers. But currently, it looks like he is dying, and it's something that's happening like in his dream. You would know that that could definitely be a thing to help him from the outside, but you may also there may be a possibility of some kind of magic that would allow you to go in there and help him.
Okay.
That's
Mm.
I mean that's not I'm not telling you that's the solution. I'm just that's just a suggestion that you could potentially get in there with certain kinds of magic, but it's up to you what you want to actually do.
I have a really, really dumb idea.
I think I know what that dumb idea is.
I don't think you do. So, I have a feature called Create Thrall. Jerry should be considered incapacitated at this moment. If I can use that feature to create a thrall on Jerry and create a mental link, can I go into his head and help him, or into his soul and help him?
Yeah, I mean,
This is way out of like the actual what Create Thrall can do, but I've never actually used the feature at all. So I'm just
well,
trying to.
because of what the effect that he's currently under, that would help the mind flayers, but you would be able to get in there with them. So they are kind of doing that already, but through a different technique. Um, but they are trying to essentially make a thrall out of his sealed beast. So if you were to try and do that, you might be able to join them and get in there. It could potentially work. I'd say it's possible, but there's only one way to find out with these things. There may be more specific magical spells or jutsu or things that, but yeah, I mean, as I said, you can get creative. I think that could be a solution.
Yeah, I'll bring this up to the party. This might be our. That's like plan Z. I'm open to any other plans that anybody might have. No, no better
Jerry,
ideas.
please roll me a death saving throw.
Most that
I
can
have
think
an
of.
idea what I can say.
Yeah,
I'm trying to check thoughts to see if I can.
I have an
investigate
idea.
me.
I have an idea, but I'm not
Wait,
sure if it
that's
actually works.
What is the idea?
we'll
Bring
get
it
to
up.
that.
Say it.
Are you casting detect thoughts?
Yeah. That's
Okay. When you cast that, you will hear the mind flayers and them threatening Jerry because things happen. A lot more time can pass on the inside than on the outside, but you hear the tail end of them taunting him and telling him to sort of give up. It sounds like he's about to die, but
Okay,
you can just hear that in there, and yeah, it definitely his body looks like it's fading as well.
Shrey, if you have an idea, tell it right now. Otherwise, I'm going into Jerry's head with or without your guys' permission.
I could try to heal him here. I'm not sure if that would affect him in mentally.
Well, it would help him stop making death saves.
Whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'd-
What?
Well, your mind
Again,
can't
as-
survive if your body's dead. She'll say that instead. So
Yeah, you did. I will say with the checks you made earlier, you did establish that healing his physical wounds wouldn't necessarily stop. It's like he's going brain dead. So yeah, your logic is right, but it goes the other way as well. Your body's not very useful if your brain dies.
I have an idea, but it could be costly.
What is it? Shit,
I need one volunteer as well.
I volunteer.
Yeah, quite possibly it would be good if it's you.
Sure. Yeah.
But Ashra, I'm gonna need your help as well then. I don't know. Actually, can I?
Fine, but first
Can I?
need to heal myself.
What? That was not the point.
You can still talk. You're just healing yourself.
Yeah, that's not the point. Then would this heal Jerry as well? Because what the jutsu does is connects two people's, I guess, souls. And if one takes the damage, the other takes the damage. If one gets healed, the other gets healed. If one dies, well, the other one dies as well.
Yeah, I mean, if one gets corrupted by Cthulhu, maybe the other one will as well. But
Well, if you use it on me, I'm already corrupted by Cthulhu, so go for it.
that's the only thing that I'm thinking that might help.
Well, either I'm using my own ways to get into his head, or we use your way to get into his head.
No,
So,
I don't know how to get into his head. I'm just saying this could help heal him, but could cost you your life as well.
see, I just need
So-
to get into his head in order to help him.
So I will say, with that spell, you could, if you use that on June, you would potentially be able to join June by going into his head. You may be able to bring someone with you.
Yes, but I need to do it on Jerry as well. If I want on June and Jerry, if I want for any healing on June to act on Jerry as well.
No, but this is what I'm saying. You could use it. She already seems
Oh,
like if
she's
you
going
used her
in.
technique, you might be able to connect with her and bring someone else in. Otherwise, you could use it the way that you're suggesting. I mean, you don't know what the effects will be.
I mean, there's an option of also me trying to fuse June and Sakura. And then if you go in, Sakura can go with you. You
Either
don't
way
have
works.
any.
You will also notice now that with Estrella's spell, as that helps a lot of you, that I assume you're not. Assume those guys are staying dead. You choose who you want, but
Yeah, it cannot heal all of them, but yeah.
So, are you trying to heal Jerry as one of them?
It's one of them, like, let me see.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Wooden-
I just wanted to check that because you will notice that his physical wounds do start to kind of close up, but he doesn't wake up. He definitely seems like he's still unconscious and dying.
Well, didn't work, but better than nothing.
Yeah, definitely looks like it will help him, but okay, so sorry, I'll stop getting involved. What are you what are you guys actually trying?
Well, that's Jin's ready to jump into Jerry's soul / head / mind / whatever the fuck is going on. Can we make a decision right now? Because Jerry's dying right now.
We're gonna jump in if we can.
Is
Yeah, but-
anybody tethering to me?
There's only two people. He can go himself. She can go herself, and I can maybe connect to one another. I don't think we all can go in.
So who's coming with me?
Mm,
I'm
Fuck
coming. I'm coming with you.
Can't-
If it's
Okay.
possible to like hit the right there. Ah!
You are barely alive right now, Australia.
Well, I'm still better than Jerry.
Just saying.
I can heal on the other side. Sakura, however, is very healthy right now.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't die if you want to get reduced. It's just that the ceiling is ended. Jutsu ends. Sorry, I read that wrong.
I will also remind you, Sakura, that Wish doesn't have to replicate a spell. Like, you can give specifics. It's just
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
but
just
that's risky. That's really
he
risky.
could wish us into his mind, but then we won't have a way back.
Also, I might not ever be able to wish again, and that's why I don't wish.
Wait, you? Huh?
The stress
That's why
thing.
I don't use it if I don't need like because every time you use it to not cast an 8th or lower level spell, there's a 33% chance you can never cast it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we please make a decision? Who's coming with me and can we start going now? Five, four, three,
Sakura can come with.
2. Okay, cool. Seto,
Okay.
cast the damn spell.
Seto's gonna make a couple of intricate movements, and behind June and behind Sakura, there's gonna be 2 mirrors. And basically, for one mirror, Sakura's hands is gonna go towards June, and from the other mirror, June's hand is gonna go towards Sakura. And basically, at this point, you are both connected. So if you take damage, both of you take damage. If you heal, both of you heal. That's how it
Alright.
works.
Alright, so we're gonna need some inspiration here. As June begins to do this similar thing that the Mind Flayers have done to Jerry.
okay. You're casting. You didn't create thought.
I'm doing the thing.
Okay, and as you do that, you will see that both June and Sakura both like fall unconscious as well as they go into this sort of trance, and you guys will both appear.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Don't down, I'll be in here.
Yeah, as they both fall unconscious, those of you who are still on the outside, you will hear the others approaching. You'll hear some Crane clan coming to investigate, but we'll get there in a second as we go inside. And June and Sakura, you both reappear standing before the Titan. I'll put you
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Yeah, you just look up at this giant mechanical thing, and it will not respond to you. It you just see this eldritch energy crackling off of it. But yeah, both of you now see the true size of a Titan, and this one looks much bigger than Anaki's.
Oh. So this is what Jerry's been up to. Do we hear Jerry fighting?
Yeah, you can hear. Well, I'll say with Sakura, your detect thoughts stays up for a while.
I think 10 minutes. Is it 10 minutes?
Yeah, so I'll say, yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll still be up though in this moment, as you'll be able to hear that coming from the other room, and you can both feel this influence of the mind flayers nearby.
Alright, Sakura, it's you and I. Let's hope we don't die. That rhymed. Anyway, let's go. It's through the store, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, and then before you guys actually act as you make your way through the door, you will see this swarm of mind players. Just it looks like they are in this feeding frenzy around something in the middle of this bridge that leans out ahead of you, and you see the Uritharid standing over them with his hand still outstretched, as there's like fire burning behind him, but it looks up and notices you as you open the door and just turns its head to the side like, here. Did you both go through? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
As Jerry,
Another save?
no,
No.
they are going to.
Don't you do this, DM, before as we get here? Don't do this.
Well, this is
It's like
this is the
Seta
thing.
and Sakura all over again.
No, it's like Sakura all over again. Except no one
Yes.
has the sword.
So yeah, as you guys open the door, they are going to. I'm going to say, Jerry, give me a death saving throw.
Yeah,
'Cause
death
we'll
saving
let
throw?
this, yeah, because there are many different ways.
15.
Okay, a 15. So you can definitely see that they are feeding, and oh man, I just feel bad doing.
That's how it has to be. It's
Do
fine.
it, DM. Don't hold back. If you're gonna kill Jerry, do it.
You can add to your resume, you know?
I've been dreaming of it for so long.
Finally kills Jerry.
Yeah, see, this is
Achievement unlocked.
because their attack is specifically says if it reduces you to 0 hit points, but that wasn't they first have to stun you, I suppose, because if they kill you with the tentacles, why not eat the brain? So, in this moment, as you guys open this door, you've managed to get in, but all this time that you were deliberating, as you step in, you see the feeding frenzy, and you hear this sickening squelching sound as they use extract brain.
Oh, no. Oh,
But they miss.
Jesus.
So they're
Christ.
tearing through. His helm just takes the brunt of this.
Yeah, it's
this
psychic
attack.
resistance from the helm.
Yeah.
It's holding them back.
So at this point, you see one of them rip this helm off of his head out of anger, like holding it up in the air. It looks like he's just torn Jerry's head off. But then you see this face down there as they are going for it. Jun and Sakura, what do you do?
Well,
That's a good question.
June knows what she's going to do. She's going to run in and try heal. But June is going to look at Sakura and say, "Hey, Sakura, do you have something to disperse these guys off of Jerry for like a second? Anything that moves them out of the way."
You do realize her spells are like fireball, you know. Let's see. You know, I have this lovely thing called Sakura's Radiance.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Actually, Thunderwave.
Wasn't it called Match Character Dies?
Thunderwave would work perfectly. Just hit the 3 first enemies.
Okay, 15 for cube, which means she has to go forward. Oh god.
Yeah, you'd be
So-
able to hit the Intellect Devourer and those 3 in front of Jerry with the 15 cube.
Okay. Where do I need to stand for that?
I
Yeah,
think
right
you-
there, just
Okay.
10 feet. Yeah.
And then she'll use that. Where is it now? Oh, fuck's sakes. Oh, here we go. That's some good fucking damage.
So cons.
This is literally do or die right now.
Well, I'm dying. You're not. It's fine.
And we're doing. Shut up.
Well, actually, the question is, Rushford, do you want Jerry to die, or do you
You
want us
guys
to?
play. I'm not saying anything. That's not how this works.
Okay, don't say anything. You're talking right now. Stop talking.
Yeah, Sakura, you just blast them away as all of them are killed by that attack. Well, the ones you
Woo.
targeted. And you can see the one that was holding Jerry's helmet just sort of drops it as it clatters to the ground next to him, and that little intellect devourer goes flying over the edge.
Perfect.
Nice.
Then June is going to go running up right next to Jerry, run right past Sakura, and she's going to use medical release regenerate as I heal 48 plus 50 points to get him up. I can't cast my big healing spell, but I'll have to do 33 hit points. You're up, Jerry.
Yeah, and with that, you'll see the Ulithara just looking utterly confused as you see its tentacles just whipping back and forth on its face as it says, "No, what are you doing, you fool?"
Or you. Nobody fucks with our teammate except us.
Whose team are you even on, you idiot? He was supposed to join us.
Fuck you. Don't tell me what to do.
Well, you won't be leaving here either. This Titan belongs to Cthulhu, and it is going to make an attack against you. Although that was your action. Have you got anything else that you would be able to do on the turn?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I can try telekinetic shove the fucking little ass brain off into the lightning stuff over there. So
I
it's
mean, he's flying, but yeah, sure. Oh yeah, you can try and push him into the light.
yeah, the brain thing. Yeah, so DC 20 strength save, then otherwise I'll push him 5 feet back.
Which the intellect devourer on your right.
Yeah,
Okay, straight.
yeah, strength save DC 20. Nope.
Wow.
Yeet.
You get crunched up into the gears below. Just horrible squelching.
And that'll be me.
Okay, and then it is going to again move its attention to you. Oh, it is going to cast a spell and on both of you.
A spell?
Oh, actually, on all three of you. Is
A
going
spell?
to, well, a psionic spell.
Darn.
But you may have some things against this, as you just see it lift its hand, and you all hear in your head this like echoing, vibrating voice that just says "submit," and it casts mass suggestion.
Ooh.
Is suggestion a charm effect?
It is.
Yes, it is.
I'm
I'm
immune
immune.
to charm.
Same.
What do I roll then?
Wisdom save. Okay?
Question: is Jerry under mind blank? Because then he's also
No,
immune.
No, I don't think we
Didn't end
did
up
that.
passing. It would have. This is when it would have come into play, though.
Wisdom, you said. So 1 sec.
Yes, wisdom save.
27.
So yeah, you just see it telling you to submit, and all of you just resist, like, fuck this mind flare. And
Jin
it
just pulls the middle finger up to him when he does that.
is what? Impossible. Why are you not listening? And that is all it can pretty much do on its turn, as the rest of them are going to they're going to keep swarming on Jerry, so they're going to get one more attack, but there's only 3 of them this time.
And if they hit, I will attempt to use the same reaction with another hit die.
Okay, let's-
That's a hit.
Oh, they still hit. Okay, so your reaction this time you have to beat a 29.
Okay, I have a chance.
They're all
30.
Oh, there we go. As these tentacles come in, you manage to stop them all. Just what does it look like?
Yeah, just auto Octavius counter them.
Yeah,
Just
just
like
I mean they are
slapping.
attacking with face tentacles, so you're just grabbing them by the head and like holding all of them now as they're just scrabbling against your hand. And then we'll go to you again, Jerry. What you are conscious and you are holding these 3 mind player minions, I will point out, in your hands. What would you like to try and do?
Yeah, I did leave my swords at the back of the room, but I always come prepared. And my what is it called?
I thought your fists were rated for everyone, man.
My prosthetic will. Is it an action turn to the blade? Let's see. No, it's no action. It just says 1d6 slashing damage if my unarmed strikes. So it's just like a short sword. I just try to cleave through all of them. So short sword. I will stand up. I'm just gonna try to remove the prone and swing, and maybe I'll cleave. I'll swing recklessly. There is no time to play it safe. Crit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And with that, what does it look like as you cleave through all of them? And with that,
Yeah, because I'm holding like all of their like by the tentacles. He just like slashes the top of their heads, like where their brain is.
yeah, and their bodies just fall from the skies. This Ulithar, like you see its tentacles curling back in fear.
Action. If I'm not raging, I might actually just cast a normal spell. That's an action.
Yo, Jerry, casting a normal spell.
Spells. Yeah, I know.
I will say spells don't work in here.
That's
That
correct.
is-
I'll move my remaining movement and smack him once with my hand blade. And I'll use one spell slot for a Divine Smite, which I believe those I still have. Nope, I'm out. Normal attack. Let me target him. Still advantage. That's a hit. That's not a lot of damage, but that's me.
Not a lot of damage there, but yeah, you see it is trying to back away. Though at this point, Sakura will go to you, as I know technically you cast a spell last turn, but hey, you found a way around the eldritch magic. But I will enforce it on this turn. It is your turn though. Arcane stuff doesn't seem to be very powerful in here.
Okay.
I'll say you can use first and second level spells because your Thunder Wave, that's a very low level spell, so you've got enough skill to even cast that in here.
Okay. First and second level spells.
And Jutsu.
Okay. Can I let June go first? I was gonna use a
Yeah.
disintegrate.
I mean, you can just cast disintegrate if you want.
She can.
No, that's what I'm saying. Disintegrate's not going to work in here because spells don't
Okay.
work. So yeah, we'll give her a moment to think. You guys acted simultaneously last time, so yeah,
Cool.
June, you can see Jerry's walked up and stabbed the Ultharid. What are you going to do?
I am just 1 second. Just need to find the jitsu that I need. It's a combo, I believe. Where is it now? I don't know. Where is it? I know that's one of them. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go all in on this attack real quick. So she is going to use Shadow Rush using 18 chakra to basically zoom right up to him. Let's see, check. Let me actually just. I think it might be on my character. Let me just go check. Shadow Rush, Shadow Rush, Shadow Rush.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, there it is. So target and Shadow Rush. Constitution seems like. What? Yeah, I'll Jin will rush up using that.
Yeah, that's. I think if you hit, then it has to make the con save, or then it takes full effect.
Yeah,
Could be
just
wrong.
check now.
Might just be wrong.
So we should make a Constitution saving throw, which was just allowing you to. Oh yeah, basically I'm leaping off of this thing into the air.
Yeah, so you make an attack first, and then if they
Yeah.
dash, you attack, and then if they fail that con save, you get to get a finisher.
Yeah. In the interest of not having my entire weapon appear on screen, I'm just going to roll d20 plus 13 just to make life easier.
But
Uh,
for which?
yeah, it will be at advanced, which I'm pretty sure I still have.
Foresight.
Yeah, foresight up. Yep, 29. I'm pretty sure that's.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1d10 plus 7.
And it's already failed the con save, so this will work for the combo.
Perfect. Yeah, only 9 damage, but I also add the 44. An 8. And then I shall use, I think the thing is called Breath of the Moon Catastrophe. And there it is. And that will finish it off. Hopefully. Yeah, it's giving me an AoE, but I'm just going to try only target the Mind Flayer. Oh, I did not mean to place it there. God damn it. How do I cancel? I can't actually select it anymore. Why?
That's fine, just cast it again.
Okay, cool. So Breath of the Moon Catastrophe, cast spell. There you go. It will only target. It will target that one and then one dead Mind Flayer. So it would be normal. It would only target that that
But
Mind Flayer.
it's a beam attack.
Oh wait, no, it's not. No, it's a finisher.
Yeah, but I mean the attack, like that is a massive. you create quite a It creates the distortions in the area, devastating the terrain and
Wait,
manifesting waves.
I'm
of
using.
will.
I apologize. I'm using the wrong, the wrong jutsu. Whoopsie.
That is a
this
finisher.
one.
I mean, you can hit them with that. I'm just saying
It
the
it is, but it's the
the
wrong one.
okay. I'm just
I
saying because you
apologize.
can direct those things with the scroll wheel. You can aim them like a beam attack.
Yeah, I realize that, but I thought we discussed that when you use a combo attack, it will only a finisher while using a combo would only target that individual enemy. Wouldn't do an
Yeah,
AoE.
yeah. The damage would, but the terrain
Hmm.
around you not so much. And it's just Jerry's already done some damage to the thing behind it, so the direction will matter in here.
Okay, good.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
it is targeting them.
okay, cool. Then 15 feet. Okay, cool.
Unless
yeah,
someone else has already been hit by a combo move as well. I think you can hit multiple people, but that's
Yeah.
from-
So this is the correct one. Living force for it. So you draw upon negative emotions, allow it to leak out and coalesce with your charge chain and strength. You make a single devastating swing with your weapon, then that force to collapse the ground as well as reality itself.
oh shit. Yeah, okay. Actually, this is that you definitely can do that. Let's you can roll your attack.
Alright, cool. Won't make the dexterity save. But I think he actually passes that check. DC 20. Yeah, he does pass.
I think that's
Also hitting me.
Yeah, but it's combo, so he will only take damage.
yeah. It specifically says that on the other one, but yeah, I'll say in this case this will work because you are in,
Alright, cool.
and also it's meant to be
Yeah, I was
more
about
than
to say it is supposed to be D8, isn't it?
D8s. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was So I think if you roll the versatile, it rolls the D8.
Ah, okay, I should have done that.
I'm just going to
Okay.
undo the damage there for now, but
I did it myself.
I am out of practice with jutsus.
no, it's fine. This is one of the ones that I set it up that way because it's the only way I could think of to do it. But just you can click the versatile and it will roll again.
Alright, cool. Cool, normal damage roll. There we go.
Okay, yeah, a little bit.
So 108 points of damage.
Okay, that is almost enough. But as you cut this, you like slice through the guard and create this dimensional tear. And when you see this this blade rip through the mind flare and the void around it, you will see through that dimensional tear for a second. You'll see the crater again, where you can hear from in it. You can hear the voices of Estrella Seto and possibly a Crane Clan member, but we'll get there again in a second.
Perfect.
As this thing is looking near death, and why did it apply it again?
I think as you rolled again, it forced it to roll again.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so they're still standing, but Sakura, you see June doing this. June, is that your turn?
Indeed it is.
Okay, so Sakura, it will be you then.
I'd like to ask, so remember that what I did with that rabbit Rabbit Clan samurai, trapping his soul, can I willingly choose to set that soul free? Because it's... Let me send the entire thing in here. Because yes, she has decided that she has found someone more deserving of being imprisoned.
I think you can have more than one prisoner. I don't think you can set them. I think the tree eats them.
Oh.
Yeah, it becomes like a source of power for you. They become one with the tree. I don't think they. Yeah, they. It's just their soul doesn't go to heaven or hell. It goes to your tree.
Okay.
Let me just. Oh, I see what it says. Moving forward until there's not a soul bound to the coffin. But you could make a second coffin, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's the. Yeah.
Sure.
It's just you can't put two creatures into the same pod on the tree.
Cool. And that's what she'll do. And I think, does it need to make any type of save or anything? Or is it...
It's an attack on your end.
Okay.
A ranged spell attack.
Okay, it's just a d20 plus 15. So, oof.
Just a 20 hits.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And then 5, 6, 7, 8,
So
9.
18d10.
Nice.
Okay. So, how do you get revenge on the mind flayers and pull this one as you are currently like in the void? You and June can both feel as uh, that sort of effect in here, the same as when you were in the void before. And you will be able to create more of those rifts to like pull these branches and things out of. But yeah, you have control over the space. How do you finish this thing and drag it into the tree?
She'll just telepathically just say it's simple 2 words. Fuck you. And the tree like this I'll say that it kind of emerges from one of the rifts. It's the void. Wild shit happens. And this gaping hole opens and these viney tendrils just come and embrace it and just completely cover this figure as it gets sucked into the tree and closes up and disappears back into the rift.
Very metal.
Thank you. You know, they she has to get the revenge, you know. Now that dude's soul is trapped for eternity.
And because of the mind link, every mind player feels that. It's like they know that it was you that just got them back. No, but I mean, like, you just saw the fear in this thing's eyes when you did that to it.
Oh, okay. So it's not like they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get this person." They're like, "Oh shit, this person is
I
kind of
mean,
scary."
they've wanted to go and get you for a while, but now they're like,
Is
much
it
stronger
worth
than last
it?
time. So yeah, that thing is ripped back into the void, and you have taught them a lesson for sure. As it is torn away, you will see that there is this dimensional rift here that seems to lead back outside again. Jerry, you might not want to jump through that, but you do see now that the smoldering console and the cracked glass, they are still under this sort of this corrupted eldritch energy, but you can see that it is open and available to you now. Yeah.
And June makes a small flourish with her blade before sheathing it and says, "Well, Jerry, I think we arrived at just the right time."
Yes, and I appreciate it. Just like slowly, like still like holding his wounds and like limping towards the corner. Not sure where the tear is. I'm just moving around it. The core is unstable. I'm not sure. You have to like I don't know whatever you did, like link to me or whatever. You have to leave. I'm not sure what will happen if I can't fix it, especially if you're in here.
Are you gonna be okay on your own?
Might want to take some distance from my body. I honestly have no idea. But if not, give him enough
Alright.
payback for me as well.
Alright. Good luck. Jin looks at Sakura.
Yeah,
You ready?
yeah.
Cool. We will head out then, I think.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to be right back real quick. I really need the bathroom. I'm so sorry.
No
Cool, no
worries.
problem.
As as Sakura steps through the rift, June, I will say, you will notice that because of the spell you cast to get in here, you will see that the console that Jerry's going up to is completely like smashed and mostly destroyed, but you can see that the screen is still blinking, and you can see um, like deep speech runes flashing across it every now and then, very similar to what you saw when you were flying the Nautilus, the Nautiloid.
Oh,
And you see for a moment it would be very easy to take control of Jerry if you could get into those controls. You could make him a thrall, could make the Titan a thrall right now.
you see Jin look at it, and like considers it for a second. It's like, nope, no, better to have a friend than a controlled enemy.
So do you step through the rift?
Yeah, you can see Jin is tempted, but decides against it.
As yeah, good choice. Jerry, uh, you can give me a it would be you can give me a straight charisma check as to try and um, regain control here of the core, but yeah,
No,
just a straight roll because
almost a 19.
almost. Unfortunately, you do think you could, but these controls are way too smashed up. It looks like you are no longer needing to destroy this thing. If you destroy it, there's no telling what could happen, but it could very likely kill you.
Can I attempt mending? It
Oh, okay, yeah.
will take me
You
a minute.
again can't exactly cast spells in here,
Oh,
but
correct.
I'll say there is a
Oh, it's
uh,
technically from the Titan, so I don't have it. I don't have mending.
yeah. I mean, I'll say you can try. You'll spend a minute, and because this is kind of part of that. So yeah, you're trying to fix the Titan with its own, with knowing how to fix a Titan, um, and yeah, as you're trying to do this, you'll see that the controls are maybe a little bit more usable, but you can tell that it's almost like this machine has got a virus. It looks similar to when you guys released the cyber psychosis on Kamigawa. It is a similar process that seems to be happening that's spreading through this Titan and overriding any control that you have over it. You are going to need to replace that eldritch influence with something else. Like you're going to have to replace it in order to get rid of it at this point. So you need to put some other kind of power into this core to override the corrupted power, basically flush it out.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but I will head back to where I left my blades. Pick them up before going back here. Well, if it can't run on the power of Primus, maybe it can run on the power of Ekron. And I'll attempt to contact him for help.
Okay, you can give me a religion check with advantage.
Gotta
Lord
believe,
knows I need
Jared.
it.
You gotta believe.
Yeah, no. 11.
God damn it.
Not happening.
Well, not necessarily. Or maybe just not in the way that you expect. As you try and reach out, let me just check. Make sure I do this properly. Yeah, you will see that purple crackling energy start to, like the lightning start to shift and change slightly as you try and reach out to Ekron. And this, I mean, you were on the brink of death moments ago. He is not far away. But something will begin to change in the room as that purple light starts to fade.
Don't say golden. Don't say
Zavardo!
Don't be cold, don't be cold.
golden. No.
No, green is good. I think.
You will see an ethereal green as from that power source you'll see this green energy starting to run up it, and you will see skulls, screaming spirits start to emanate from it, just flying out into the room and swirling around you as you feel Ekron's presence and you feel him take hold of this titan. As you'll feel that voice going, finally holding up your end of the bargain. Yes, let's try and keep it from going gold, shall we? I have a hold of it now. Let's not let go of it again. And you will feel that it is less unstable than it was a moment ago. It is still crackling and sparking, but you can feel this wash of necrotic energy rather sweeping over that eldritch energy from before. Just before you yeah, so it seems that Ekron has stepped in to help you take charge of it, but does not seem to be trying to override it himself. But it does seem like it is now powered by Ekron. Your um your eye will. It is, you do have the eye, right? The Tetsuga.
Yeah, Tetsugan is here.
Yeah, that will have fully activated in here as you'll feel his influence coming through that, and you will hear the alarms that were going off start to turn off as you hear back in the Titan sector, um, things seem to be calming down as well.
Yeah, I'll just like turn around and start heading back to the Titan and say, I'll keep my end of the bargain. Even if it's the last thing I do. I just start heading down.
And you can hit through the doors, you'll see the effects there as well.
Okay, I think it's lagging a bit.
Oh, right. Have you all been blind this whole time? No. Okay.
Me?
No, I mean everyone else.
Oh.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
I think I just have you guys had vision?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I can
Just
I
checking.
can see stuff.
So yeah, when you come back in, you will see this necrotic energy has overtaken the Titan, but it looks completely calm.
My God, the robot looks friendly now.
Oh, that might be an overstatement.
Green is good. Green is always good.
Yeah, it's definitely a green from hell, but
Yeah, I was always like, is it though?
Yeah.
Is it really though? Is it really always good?
I mean, I appreciate the logic. Yeah, that's I'm sure Ekron would agree.
Better than purple. Purple bad.
Purple.
Yeah, I'll just say the walk. We are back at the reins. Let's hope for long enough. I'll attempt to climb in.
Yeah, you will be able to get inside without too much issue this time. And you will notice that the text that has been running through it will have some of it will have changed to infernal, and there'll be no more eldritch symbols around here. Do you understand infernal?
That's exactly what I'm checking.
I think you might be able to read it through the eye,
I don't think
but it
the eye
doesn't.
gives
It's
me
just like
spell
command
languages.
line prompts. It's not like it's not
I
a mess.
speak infernal.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then you would see it as something that you can control, and it is back under your command for now.
Alright.
Um, yeah, with that you will be able to return to your body as well. In fact, at this point you will feel the 14 hit points that you got back from Australia as well.
Yes.
Ahead of those, and then we will go to the others before Jerry actually wakes up. We're gonna rewind a few moments as everything that just happened didn't take long, because time passes much slower in the inner world. So as Sakura and June have just fallen unconscious, Estrella and Seto, you will notice a face pop up at the top of the crater. As three Crane Clan samurai head over, they will see Jerry clutching his chest. They will see this sort of eldritch creature lying dead on the ground, and Kazuma sitting on the floor next to it. They will kind of look as they sort of crest this hill. You will see that the one in front immediately moves her hand to the hilt of her sword and is like trying to assess the situation. But do you guys say anything before they do as they make their way into the canyon?
Seta wouldn't. Seta's still fucked from getting up. Like he's exhausted to high degree. He notices, but he doesn't really react.
Kazuma will raise a hand and say, "Wait, wait, wait! They're friends." And they'll kind of stop, look down at him, and then look back at you, and then just say, "That one looks corrupted. Finish him now before he turns." And we'll be shouting to the two of you as, yeah, you guys are the only conscious ones here.
Mm, they telling us to kill Jerry, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, unconscious at the moment.
They seem extremely worried that Jerry's about to turn, and they don't know what's going on with June and Sakura, as you guys have just fallen asleep. But Cousin was trying to persuade them otherwise.
No.
The man standing behind the woman in the armor will say, "Raiden, you killed my brother!" And he reaches for a blade as he seems to be looking at the person next to Jerry that is lying dead at your feet.
Oh shit.
It's funny, you ask us to strike down one that seems corrupted, yet you complain when we struck down one that was corrupted.
Kazuma will join in and say, "He gave himself over willingly. He was with the River Ronin. He betrayed us." And Tsubasa looks confused, but Astray, you can give me a persuasion check. As you can both quite clearly see that these guys have been in battle, but they don't look nearly as badly hurt as the Crane clan that you've come across so far over here. They look quite fresh, and you can make a history check if you want to see if you recognize them from the city. But yeah, with that persuasion, let's see. Astrea, are you rolling persuasion?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Okay, yeah, with 28, you'll see him. He'll sort of lower his head, and he looks shocked at what Kazuma said, but he'll nod and say, "I'm sorry, we've already lost too many today. It would be a mercy." And you will recognize with that history check that these are basically the first team. The guys that you've come across were their second team. So these are the other group of Crane clan. They probably came here as reinforcements that Katsuma tried to call.
It's maybe a mercy, but sometimes the easy path isn't the right one.
At this point, June and Sakura, you guys will step through the dimensional rift, and you will be standing in the ethereal plane as you are just like ghosts seeing this around, and you can both see your unconscious bodies just slumped over there as well.
Yeah, June looks at Sakura and says, "Well, I've never been in this realm before." She's just trying to look around and see, just try to see what everyone's doing right now. Well, I suppose we can just go into our bodies, right, Sakura? Oh, she said she'd be right back.
when you look over at Jerry, who you know that you've just helped, you will see that in the ethereal plane, you can see he is covered in a suit of bone armor. And you will faintly be able to hear on the other side Tomimi shouting, "No, stop, stop, those are the ones that saved me. Please, they're some of the good ones."
Yeah, as she's looking at all of this, she's like, they probably want to try to kill Jerry because of the corruption, but we solved that corruption, and Jin looks at the corrupted Jerry now. Does it look like the corruption is fading from her? Well, I guess she's in the what's face plane, so she can't actually. She only sees him encased in bone armor for some reason that she doesn't know.
Yeah, it looks like the corruption is definitely that eldritch magic is not obviously there, but it does still seem like there's something there's some kind of necrotic magic that could be from your spell as well. I mean, it was to do with the dead, so it looks like he is safe though. It doesn't look like the bones are like crushing him or anything. It looks like a suit of armor, but in this ethereal plane, like you wouldn't be able to see that in the regular plane.
Yeah. Can you make an Arcana check to try to figure out why he's encased in bone armor instead of just being normal old Jerry?
Yeah, you can make Arcana or Religion, I'd say.
Arcana or Religion? Let's go with
Disintegrate him.
18. Oh, also 18.
Twinsies.
Okay, yeah, you can both see that the magic that is on him you do not recognize as being the like necrotic magic of this world that you know. That is, it's like it's something definitely like infernal.
Yeah.
It's you would know about necrotic magic and like summoning skeletons and stuff like that. That's quite obvious, but it doesn't seem like any that you've come across before, unless you've seen Ekron's magic from Jerry before. But Ekron is not a known figure here, so it could be coming from Jerry himself. You have no idea the source of that.
So yeah, we don't know about Jerry's dealings with Ekron yet, so yeah.
You might have used an eye in front of you, in which case you would. It would seem like it's that same magic that comes from his eye.
I used one of the arts of creations in front of them. That come from the eye.
Oh yeah, he did summon Ekron to like drag someone. Didn't you? You have used. You've seen some bone themed stuff from Jerry, but not much. It's up to you what you've really noticed. That would have been in the heat of battle anyway. Also, Estrella, I'm not entirely sure. I could be mistaken, but you might be able to see June and Sakura right now in their ghost forms if your eye is still active.
It is still active, yes.
So yeah, you would see them step out from the rift.
Yeah. Jin would look at Sakura after looking at the situation. Like, well, I guess we just go into our bodies and then we go back into our bodies and everything's back to normal. I think.
Well, I hope so.
Well, reversed. Jin will go and try recombine with her body.
Sakura will watch to see if it works.
Yeah, it does take a moment. How are you recombining? Because it's kind of like putting your body on like a suit.
So basically, her like ghosty form basically just goes into her body, like a ghost possessing somebody. That's kind of what it looks like.
But are you like matching the pose, or are you just like it? Like what happens to real body? Is something going into her mouth and like her eyes are glowing, or are you just like matching the pose and then fading.
Yeah.
back
So
to
she
front.
like matched the pose, and then like her like behind the mask, you can see her eyes just glow, a faint purple glow, um, for like a half second, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, just that little burst of energy, and you were back. And Sakura, it looked like it would.
For Sakura, I'd like to mention that like her like ghost form like kind of condenses into just condenses into like a glowing pink colored ball kind of thing. And just kind of gets reabsorbed through her chest, kind of. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. As this little pink light just settles on the chest, and you see the color sort of returning to your skin as those tattoos from your effect also glow for a second as you come back to consciousness. And you
Nice.
can hear this sort of argument happening in the crater around you all as argument may be strong, but the Crane clan trying to figure out what's going on, and the two that you saved trying to convince them that you guys aren't enemies.
Yeah, after taking control of her body again, she's like starts standing up, like, all right, we're good. Don't worry. Yeah, it looks like Juna's kind of hung over after using her powers like that in a very unconventional way. I think everything's good.
Sakura, when she gets back into her body, she just kind of lies there. Says, "Is it time to take a nap yet?" I don't know when Sakura became a sleepy person.
She always was.
I think there's a player thing.
No, originally she was just very tired because she takes exhaustion, right? And it like never mind. And then she'll sit up.
I just realized how long was that actually gone for? Was that while I was trying to configure?
Hasn't been gone for too long.
Oh no, just okay. Only like 5 minutes. Yeah, you'll also see that the unicorn clan are starting to make their way in as well. At least some of them. As they climb in, one will be going, "Oh, good, you all made it. These are the ones we told you about," and the Crane clan will start to settle a bit as they are fully convinced now, and some of them will start to move in to Kazuma. Jerry, you'll also be able to come back at any point now.
I'll
Get back
stay
to
here a
the
bit.
people.
Dramatic effect.
So, do they look aggro? Are they going to try fight us? Are they going to try stop us? Well, what's happening?
No, they seem to have sort of lowered their aggression, and you can see one of them is checking on Kazuma and making sure that he's okay, and he's going to point over to your group and to Estrella to say they saved me. They didn't have to, but looks like they took care of the River Ronin as well, and he looks sort of forlornly at Raiden on the ground. And she will turn and give a nod and just say, "Well then, we thank you. I would like to say that the Crane clan is in your debt, but given the current circumstances, I'm not sure plans are what we need to be worrying about. Your kindness will not be forgotten."
We just need to go fight Cthulhu and end all this. Sooner the better.
Yuchi from the Unicorn clan will say, "Yes, it looks like most of the temple's been destroyed, but the drum is still intact. We should begin the ritual as soon as possible so that we can summon the beast." And one of the Crane clan will say, "Oh, let's not be hasty. If we're going to try and summon something, perhaps we should wait until Cthulhu has actually shown itself. We don't want to play all our cards before we need to."
Yeah, let's figure out a plan of action. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, at this, you'll see the Unicorn and the Crane seem to have a bit of a disagreement about what the plan of action should be. So it's, yeah, you will have to sort of discuss it with them, as there is still, of course, the interclan sort of, but you'll
Rivalry.
hear the Unicorn saying, "The safety of the Genpoku participants is paramount. We have to summon the beast immediately and protect them from Cthulhu's influence." The Crane is just saying, "Patience is crucial in this matter. We cannot risk this falling into the wrong hands or being corrupted. We must wait until the beast, or until Cthulhu reveals itself."
So wait for it to come to us. Chances are it's going to try to avoid us. Ah, Zay's back.
Hey. Quick recap: everyone's back. The Unicorn clan and the Crane clan are climbing into the crater and trying to argue about what to do next. But all of your party is alive.
Would it be too pessimistic to say for now?
No, that would be accurate, but it's
That's
also
us. Don't
the
jinx
jury's
us.
out on Jerry right now. He's still lying there, unconscious, and Sakura has spoken, but she hasn't got enough.
Yeah.
She's
Gina,
sat up. She's just sitting for now.
yeah. Gina's looking at Jerry and is like, "Where's this fucker gonna get up?" And he, Jerry actually, not Jerry, June moves up to Jerry and actually kicks him in the ribs, try to get him moving.
The timing I was waiting for.
Jerry, get up.
An arm will pop out and will grab your leg.
The Crane clan all reach for their swords again, like, "His turn!"
I'm like, no, wait, don't move a muscle. He will break my leg if you do anything stupid.
Well, why did you do something stupid then?
Because I thought he was going to be asleep for longer. Jerry, are you in there? Please tell me you're not corrupted. Please tell me we did a good job and you actually solved your whatever's going on in your head.
Yeah, like slams like his fist on the ground. Like the arm like lets go of your leg, and he just like slowly like turns himself to lay on his back. Yeah, we're fine for now. I don't think it's not there anymore.
Alright, so everybody's okay. You're okay. Australia's okay. Seto's not dead. Elias is still alive. Okay, I think everybody is okay for now.
One of the crane will look around and just say, "You know, this was a sacred temple, right? The Blue Dragon's aggression really tends to escalate things."
You can say no shit right now. They would have destroyed this temple if we didn't intervene. Given it is a giant crater, but there's still some temple left. So would you rather have some of a temple or no temple?
Kazuma agrees with you and says, "Yes, actually, they're not to blame. The River Ronin were the ones who destroyed the main temple." And you will see that where the drum is at the top of the island, there is supposed to be a whole building there, but there's just rubble. It looks like that has all been like mostly swept away, other than the debris that you can see there.
Hmm.
And that was like that when you got here. But yeah, the crater is very new.
I think we need to take a breather. Because we have 3 very injured people. One of us is very mentally damaged. It's a Jerry.
Well, whether you choose to do the ceremony now or not, I highly doubt I have anything to contribute to it.
Yeah.
Those
Most of
type
us
of
are
ritual is not my department.
most of us are spent when it comes to resources.
Ichi will nod and, well, Akigisa will nod and say, "That's quite all right. I think you've done plenty for now. Thank you." And the crane will nod in thanks again. Say, "Yes, we are not as wounded as our allies, or it seems you. We will hold this place down for now. If we can all agree that we're not going to do anything stupid that may endanger the other clans in the meantime." And they seem to be directing that at the unicorn a little bit as well.
Yeah, well, before I like answer, how big does the building look next to the drum? Like at least like with the rubble around it, how tall it was, or anything like that. They make
I
some
mean,
sort of check.
it probably was like a full-on temple, much like the fire temple that you were
Oh,
at before.
okay.
But where the actual drum is standing, that's ring of rock. Elias, if he were there, would be able to tell you. And he and Kazuma came out of there after going into the underground chamber. So it is big enough that it is raised up there. You would have to either walk up the back of it to get to the drum, where there were probably stairs, but there is just a cavern entrance that seems to have been revealed by the destruction of the temple, leading into an old tunnel and staircase there, right in the front, like right where the bridge leads to. But the drum's only about 15 feet up above there.
Okay, then I'll just start walking inside and say, "Oh, trust me, I have no planned aggression." And you just like lay down against the edge at an angle and try to rest.
Um, Masato will say, well, we will need anyone with decent drumming talent to perform the ritual. Take a rest, but I will start preparing that, and if any of you are able to assist, please come and join me so I can explain what you'll need to do. It's a very specific rhythm.
I would not have a clue how to play a drum. Australia might know a thing or two.
I do.
Join me when you are ready. And she will make her way up towards the drum as the Crane clan begin tending to their wounded. And you will see the rest of the Unicorn clan. You'll hear that they are nearby. They also seem to be tending to their wounded from the battle that they've just been in. And their mounts seem to have landed nearby. So you've definitely got a lot of samurai around here, but assuming everyone can stay allies for the moment, you should have enough place to rest. It's about midday.
Excellent. Hey, Dev, how dead are these two, or any of these elite enemies? How dead are they?
Well, the one is the half orc is pretty much completely burnt up by this point. He's just bones and ash. Ayame is still intact. I think I don't know. You guys will have to remind me if you did anything specific that would not have left bodies behind. But
I didn't.
yeah, they look mostly intact. Maybe missing a limb here or there.
But he is dead, right?
Oh yeah, they are
Yeah, definitely dead. Dark.
definitely.
Yeah, you see Jin looks at these bodies, gives them a little bit of kick and a nudge to see if they are in fact dead, and just sighs. Why did they have to be dead? Just marches off to sit next to Jerry to get ready to rest.
Oh. Z will roll over the top of the crater and just roll down into the crater. Made it. Ah, you're alive. Okay.
Oh, easy. But you're dead.
She starts snoring immediately. It's just like also goes into the rest, just exhausted and near death herself.
Mm. Sure.
Um, I am going to be right back. If you guys want to take a 5-minute break, we can. But otherwise, feel free
Perfect.
to carry on role playing amongst yourselves.
Yeah, Jin begins curling up into a bit of a into fetal position to begin napping a bit. It's been a day.
Oh, I have unlocked Divine Fatigue. Yay.
What now?
Divine what
Oh,
now?
no, I think Sakura and Astria have it. I know Astria definitely has it.
I'm just gonna run to the bathroom. Be right back.
Mhm.
Yeah, apparently Jerry was way weaker during this fight. More than he was supposed to be.
How come?
He was what?
Yeah, I'm level 3 with my character with the spirit, so I'm supposed to have at least 3 more Vermilion arts,
Oh yeah,
which
I
I
was
completely
wondering if you
forgot
had
about.
chosen those.
I just completely forgot about them.
Well, I feel like
Just
now
like
you've got some creative
yeah, I already
influence
wrote
on.
down. I'm just not entirely sure if I'm supposed to have 7 or 5. Because at level 3 I'm supposed to have 6. That's just the plain rules, but the scratch my back feature says that a Vermilion arts alternative, you learn 1 additional Vermilion art. So do I learn an extra on top of the 6 or instead of the 2? I get 1.
No, instead of the 2, I think that's
Yeah,
the
so 5. Yeah. So
yeah. I
I've
think there's
already
that drawback, but it gives you other benefits.
yeah. So I already know which ones I use. I also get the health body manifestation of Ekron and partial manifestation.
Yeah, hold on, I might not have.
No, it's fine. It's no rush. I just noticed it right now because they're
I think I
also
do have. I think I have actually made all of it.
yeah.
Let me just.
And I will because I use mechanical body enough times in live or die situations. I have mastered it.
Oh, nice.
So now I get to choose another one.
Okay, so sorry. Just let me.
Yeah,
Which
no
ones?
rush. Which
You
ones am I
don't. So
adding?
you're going to get one new creation and destruction, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and you got the half body manifestation.
I had half body manifestation and partial manifestation. I'm not sure if they are like it's like an upgrade of the previous one or not. It's been
Wait, did
entirely.
you have?
I'm level
Wait, how are
3.
you getting both?
I'm level 3 in a class mod, not 2. I was supposed to get both of them. That's a
Oh,
different thing.
you already were supposed to have one of them.
Yeah.
But don't you only level up on that one when you master something, or is this the
Oh,
second one you've mastered?
those are the ones I get from Ekron, but the partial body manifestation, all of those are not arts, are not creation and destruction arts. Those are features I get separately, as far as I understood it.
Yeah, yeah. It's just that sort of. I think it goes partial, then half body, then full. But
Yeah,
that's part of the leveling up process.
yeah, I
So
got partial at level 2, but I just skipped immediately to 3. That's why. When you gave me the scratch my back feature.
no, but that the scratch my back is for the twisted beast, not Tetsugan.
Oh, so when I master, I level up with it. Okay, so yeah, I get the
Yeah.
partial
So
now.
you've just hit
Okay.
level 2 by mastering the first
Okay,
creation and destruction art.
understood.
So you'll learn another one, and then you get the partial manifestation now,
Yeah, correct. So I got it right now.
and adjudication of the gods. So there are
Yeah.
two features.
Yeah, I now take divine fatigue.
Taking what? Which is
What?
Divine
of
fatigue.
that. Wait, what? No, where is that?
That's the adjudication of gods. Each time it's cast a destruction or creation art, I gain 1 rank of divine fatigue at the conclusion of the combat of each one cast.
Oh yeah, you start suffering divine fatigue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I yeah. Can you make that as a custom item, or do I need to make one?
I'll give it a shot. No need. So
Otherwise, yeah, I can try and make that. But which do you know which creation and
art,
destruction art?
creation and destruction, I'll take Archduke of Avernus Forgiveness. Now I can heal and teleport.
You can always heal.
I'm going to ignore that.
Wait, did I just check if I've actually added?
Yep. One moment. Yep, he's there.
Okay, and then Yeah, so the other thing was for the sealed beast, so I think you are still supposed to get more Vermilion hearts.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have 5 now instead of just 2. I've spent
So yeah, I
my
would highly
yeah.
recommend the one that makes you grow bigger. 'Cause
I
that feels appropriate, but yeah, you can pick whichever ones you want.
the one that goes bigger. Growth, you said?
I think it
Yeah,
might
it's growth.
be-
Yeah, growth. Vermilion growth.
Yeah, that would be the one. I think that's a. It is an ability.
Yeah, it's an ability. I'll have to think because I mostly took like passives, so I won't have to rely because I got the level 3 without getting all the twisted chakra, so I don't have a lot of it to use.
No, but you do that thing forces your twisted chakra to be more. Doesn't
No, it doesn't. It
it?
didn't.
Like, doesn't it have a limitation on?
It says it specifically says I ignore the requirements.
Which
This
one
feature
did you
can only
get?
I have scratched my back.
Scratch
The
my
feature
back.
can only be taken if you have no more than 13 and at least 200. You can choose to take the feature
Yeah,
when you
so you have
qualify.
200
Okay,
now.
so I'll have 200 immediately. Okay. And
Unless,
13.
wait, I might have given you the wrong one.
You told me scratch my back. That's
Yeah,
what I
I
know.
think that's what I'm saying. I think I may have.
It's the second one. It's not like the highest one. That's why I was surprised. The basic
Oh
one is
yeah,
only
that
red.
was the thing because you need. Wait, yeah, I gave you the wrong one. It's meant to be the name of
only
my host one. That was
Oh.
meant to be the ability because it's
Oh,
meant to
then
give you
that's
the.
strongest everything.
But that's the thing is you're not meant to be able to unlock it yet. That you need to have gotten 400 twisted chakra. So I'll say you've got the scratch my back one for now, which will bring you up to 200. But
So if I get the twisted chakra, I'll be able to like proceed in the optional features part.
yeah, you'll be able to
Okay.
upgrade from scratch my back to
Okay.
the name. But the name one also you need to kind of that's part of the role play. But I feel like now you have like things like what happened tonight will lean into that.
Yeah.
Because the
Okay.
point is the alternative chakra cloak
I'm befriending
for
him
you.
like, instead of like forcing him to give me the powers.
Yeah, just the thing is the other twisted cloak you literally create like a construct around. It's basically you summon a titan and then you resign it. So
Yeah.
I feel like that one's apt. But yeah, that will be
Okay.
you'll need to put in some more work before that one happens.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, just let me know if I need to put anything else onto your sheet.
I think back when I changed the character, I removed the ones I had. I just had them written down. So I had the Vermilion. Wait, not Vermilion. I had Devilish Power, and I had what else did I have? Devilish Blood. That's the two I had at the beginning.
No, you didn't have might.
Let's see. I might be confusing the two. I didn't have might. I was planning to take it right now. I already made a
Yeah,
list and
makes sense.
tables to see like all the stats I get, so I won't be confused next time. Instead of looking through everything, I just open the table and see what everything does.
So shall I add devilish might?
Yeah, Devilish Might, and I was also thinking Devilish Presence. And I might just go for what you offered because I feel like taking only passive is boring.
Yeah, also
And it
please
does,
try and do it as
yeah, exactly.
flavorfully as possible. Like for all
Yeah,
of
I'll
you.
take the Vermilion Growth. You said it fits the Titan and the Giant theme.
Yeah, that one instead of devilish presence.
So with Devilish Presence, yeah, it's 5 in total. So it will be blood, power,
Okay.
might, presence, and vermilion growth, and that's it.
Okay. Also, remember the techniques are pretty intense if you want to look into those, because
How about just don't add anything because I I have 200 twisted chakra, and I'll look at it throughout the week.
okay, yeah. Well, I have added those ones, but if you want to
Okay.
switch any of them out,
Yeah, I'll let you know.
But yeah, we right now. I mean, you guys are taking a rest. So, is there anything else anyone would like to do over the rest?
What does Strand usually do? As well, she doesn't sleep. She just meditates. Thinking over the situation, seeing if there was anything she could have done better.
We take a long rest, right?
I think we're trying to take a long rest.
Yeah, the Crane clan is willing to let you take a long rest, but the unicorn seems a little bit antsy to like summon this thing as fast as possible before there's another wave of eldritch forces. But yeah, it's up to you guys. Are you trying to take a long rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are pretty badly hurt.
2 exhaustions, fuck that. I'm slow as fuck.
I feel like you're slow as fuck is like you dash and then you go like 200 feet.
I'm pretty much okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
Because you didn't do anything.
Ooh. Harsh
How
words.
the fuck are you going to Jerry's brain and see what happens?
Actually, now that we're done with the Jerry part, can I ask, did anyone think about the dream spell?
I
What the
did
hell is
think.
dream
I
spell?
knew about it, but I wasn't gonna suggest it.
I can't suggest it because I'm dead, but
I'm almost
I did think
certain
about it, but
Seto has a spell. It's like under like the monkship. You can basically do
Astral
like, the dream
projection.
thing. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you all had ways to get into someone's dreams. Hey, you figured something out.
it worked.
Let's see, plus
Except it wouldn't work.
36.
Yeah, look, we were doing some rule of cool in that whole.
Yeah.
You
It
guys
was
can-
very, very cool.
even if the rules are like a little bit off, you can always make a case. But
This is why we should play Fate.
Fuck
yeah, I
Fate.
do want to actually. It does look like a fun system. But hey, you figured something out before.
Wait, what? What system?
A boring system. It's one with the what's called the fairies, like Selkies.
That's not their way down.
Yeah.
What fate?
Isn't that the one with the Selkies? No, wait, that's Changeling.
No, fate
know
is like
what
the
you're
super simple one that you can do like anything with.
It's-
You just have traits instead of
Yeah.
score thing. You can like
Rule of cool is literally the rule of fate, basically.
yeah, I mean people do like a Great British Bake Off one shot in with the fate system, you know. It's like it's boring if you don't have an imagination, but it doesn't have a world attached to it. I think you can get adventures. But anyway, that one day for a one shot we'll try it sometime.
Yeah, that'd be very cool.
But it is starting to get a bit late. We'll try and get some more things in for the session here. before we end? As you guys take your rest, you can all take a long rest, and the crane and unicorn will be defending this temple and trying to secure it, as they all seem to agree that having a group here is more beneficial than each going off to fight Cthulhu themselves. If you guys move, you'll also see that if there is stuff going on outside, the dragon turtle has landed here. You might not be able to see it from there.
Oh yeah, I saw that already. Turtle's back. Woo! Oh yeah, it can't fly now, can it? I'm sure the spell that we cast it in order to enable it to fly is worn off now, right?
Yeah.
So technically it has no weight down. Besides casting another flight spell.
Well, maybe it's not going anywhere.
We have airlocked the turtle to the island in the air.
It's just going to Minecraft its way down one of the waterfalls. It'll be fun.
Hmm.
But yeah, it is very much stuck up here. Is anyone over the rest going to go and discuss the drum ritual with the Unicorn Clan, or are you guys gonna wait?
I think Sakura will. Because I think she is going to be helping cast, or is that different? Drum ritual.
Yeah, the drum thing is something that supposedly only the Unicorn and the Lion Clan know about, but they told you that there is a secret ritual, a rhythm that can be played on the drum at this temple that will summon a great beast, one possibly capable of fighting back against Cthulhu. So you don't know what it is, but you know that there is a kaiju that can be summoned by that drum. I think what you're talking about is the sealing ritual, which would require 7 casters. So you can definitely go and discuss that with them as well, as they would be talking about that to the caster from the Crane clan as well, as they've got at least 2 magic users with them.
Yeah, shall we go and discuss it?
Yeah, when you go and discuss it, you will notice that a bit of an argument will have broken out between the Unicorn and Crane clan again, over how to actually perform this ritual and how to do it properly, when to do it, and it will quickly devolve into like shouting about each other's plans and Crane going, "We value diplomacy and patience. We should first try and figure out another way." And the Unicorn's like, "What? You want to talk with them? These are fanatics and eldritch creatures. We've got to crush them before they spread their corruption. We need to seal this away." And they're not too keen on sealing it into a person. But are you going to involve yourself in their argument, or
Jin is currently casually whistling without looking casual while they're discussing this.
Sakura will interject. I understand your anxieties about sealing Cthulhu within someone, but if it is the only way, then there's not much else we can do, is there?
So who's going to bite the bullet? You? I mean, someone's got to have that thing sealed within them, and that someone is going to be under the control of their daimyo at least. We should have the daimyo negotiating who would hold that kind of power. And the unicorn's just like, oh, politics are not going to help us right now. We've got to take care of the thing, or we're all dead.
If we are thinking about politics, though, then it cannot be one of us. God knows how Daichi would use it. So, do any of you volunteer then?
We'll see them all look kind of taken aback by that, and like, well, we agree on that. I'm kind of impressed to hear a Blue Dragon clan actually admit that. But if we're being honest, and the Unicorn clan will look a bit shifty, they just say, we'd rather not make it too known, but not sure we trust our daimyo 100% either. It's been up to strange business recently. The crane will say, well, we trust our clan implicitly, but to have such a creature bestowed upon you would be a great dishonor.
She nods.
The caster from seeing as no one's actually wrong one. Master would actually be there discussing that with you, and she would say, I mean, I'm happy to do it. I've had some experience with eldritch magic. I think I could contain it. And you see the other unicorn all look very worried as she says that, much like you guys have looked at June at times.
In what manner, if you don't mind me asking?
What do you mean? I mean, I have dabbled with eldritch magic, as I'm sure some of you have as well. It has come easily to me, and I have learned things from across the world. I'm sure I could put in place to stop such a creature were it to try and escape. And you can see she's definitely like got some warlock vibes. She's also got very much a similar energy to her that June does.
And could you guarantee that it would not overpower your own soul?
Absolutely.
Then I think if your clan agrees, if your teammates here agree, then that might be the best option.
Just give us a moment, would you? As Akigisa will take her aside, and I mean she'll leave you there with the Crane clan, but the two of them will just go take a step over to the side, and you can see they seem to be arguing a bit as well. But Akigisa just seems like concerned. She doesn't seem to believe that Master can handle it, but Master seems confident and almost like she wants it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while they're having this conversation, June's been watching it from afar. Can I make an insight check on this person that wants to attempt to take the power?
Yeah.
Or because there's something that doesn't feel right there. 17.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she's being dishonest, but she seems with the whispers and things that you've been hearing, it does seem like she may be giving into the same temptations that they've been trying to get you with. Like if she were to hear those same voices, if you were to act on them, you may be behaving similarly. And it looks like she's just trying to take advantage of an opportunity, but her intentions with the 17 are unclear. Could be good, could be very bad.
Hmm. June is gonna keep an eye on this person. She'll actually have her arcane eye follow around, just like just have her every now and then just peek through the arcane eye to see what she's up to. But she's gonna keep surveillance on her.
Okay. And Arcane Eye is just invisible.
Yep. If they have see invisibility, they'll see like a little glowing orb.
Can you see invisible things by any chance?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. So you've got the Arcane Eye on her, keeping a watchful eye as you see she's definitely the shiftiest amongst the unicorn clan, but doesn't do anything too drastic at this point. She seems to be quite keen on performing this sevenfold seeding jutsu though. Eventually they will return to the group sort of reluctantly. Akagisa will be agreeing and saying, all right, if we must, though I do wish there were another way.
Yuri just yells from the other side. Can we just banish him or something? I don't think you can like kill it, but maybe banishing.
We could, but banish it to where? I mean, it comes from void space, right? If it comes from the bottom of the ocean, we might just be sending it back there, and who knows how long that'll last. This thing has plagued Kiga for centuries, and every time it just gets put back in the ground for another 100 years. This time, we've got to make it final. Yes, the crane would be the unicorn saying that, and the crane would be saying, but what makes you think that we can achieve what centuries of our ancestors haven't been able to? And it just sort of gestures to the crater that you're standing in, and the giant dead cosmic horror next to them.
Sakura
Not a
replies.
chance.
Sorry.
No, very carry on.
Sakura replies, what makes you think you can't do what centuries of your ancestors have not been able to do?
You ever seen our daimyo fight? I'm a long way from their capabilities.
Fair enough.
What about you? Are you so confident? Do you think this will work? I mean, you're Sakura, right? I think we heard about you in the Crane clan. I heard you were quite powerful. It was your group that stopped those yokai, wasn't it?
She nods. Well, I guess I strive to be better than my ancestors were. Or if we don't improve, then won't everything stay the same? Don't you want anything to change?
You think you can change this world?
One day, perhaps. One day, I hope.
That's very optimistic. I fear one day you'll have to grow up and face the reality of this existence, but I'm glad someone can see it that way.
Also, I think in this situation, we don't really have much of a choice. If we don't try, then if you look at it this way, if we do try and fail, then it's the same outcome if we don't try.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm not great at those. It's pretty decent.
See, some of them look kind of like dejected, as they look like sad at the fact that they don't believe you. Like they can tell that you are saying that earnestly, but they clearly don't believe that it's possible. Um, though the fact that they are standing here and they haven't tried to flee yet, you get the impression they are willing to try.
Okay,
They're just not expecting it to go so well.
fair enough.
But perhaps you can serve as a beacon of inspiration to them if you guys can pull such a thing off. At this point, I will say you have reached the end of your long rest. It is about 6:30 in the evening. There hasn't been much sun today because of the cloud cover, but it is now. The suns are setting behind those clouds and it is getting darker and colder. And the storm around you still rages, but here on the temple you're not being affected by the storm too badly. It's just a light rain.
And now for the drum technique. Was it the unicorn or the crane that was responsible for that?
Yeah, the unicorn would be up there at the drum. You can go up there if you are doing that. You'd see another Crane Clan member busy, like, trying to pet the dragon turtle, and she'll just smile at you and wave at it as you go past. But two of the Unicorn Clan would be up there.
So, what's with this drum?
Well, this is it. I'm almost surprised that it survived all this, but I suppose these magical things are hard to break, and you will notice the drum has got on either side of it a small lion statue, and it is a massive drum that you would usually use on ships and to signal those kinds of things. Big war drum. You can see that it has almost like armor plating. Where you're standing, it actually looks kind of similar to the dragon turtle shell that goes around the side of the drum and just leading to these little lion statues. It is a beautiful instrument and it looks very old.
Who created this?
I honestly don't know. I think it was. I mean, this goes back to a time before I think even some of the daimyo. This this is a relic from ages past, but I believe it was once used, or at least the beast that this summons was once used in a fight with the elementals and the dragons, defending against giants, something like that. I don't know. I've honestly heard a few stories around the world as to what artifacts like this were used for. But here, this is a well kept secret of the Lion Clan that we have managed to intercept. Is a secret weapon of theirs. Hopefully, we can use it to our advantage instead. And she will try to share with you the rhythm that this is supposed to, that the ritual will entail, as much like bardic magic you may have come across before. Uh, this is basically like sheet music that if you're able to play this tune with perfect rhythm, then it would summon the beast.
So, how does it go?
Yeah, I mean, she'll try and share it with you, just have chopsticks on the rock. But she's like, I don't look. I'm not a very good drummer, but and she'll show you a scroll that has got essentially the sheet music. I'm not actually entirely sure how taiko drummers would have notated that, but there will be a tune for you to play that is you would be able to understand, much like other bardic things. Are you proficient with drums or any
Yes.
percussion? Yeah, then you would understand it right away. It's just a very specific song, and it seems a well kept secret.
I see. Doesn't seem that hard to perform.
No, it shouldn't be difficult to perform, but knowing to perform it on this drum and in, well, that specific song, as far as I know, this song is banned in the Lion Clan. It's drummers aren't actually taught this, so don't lose the scroll, right?
Well, why was it banned? If it was that important, wouldn't it be better to have many able to perform it in case stuff happened and they died?
They were probably worried about it getting into the wrong hands, but hey, I'm not Lion Clan. I agree with you. The music should be shared with the people, not kept to oneself. So maybe the drum should have just been the secret.
Yeah.
Who knows? Perhaps they just keep it for emergencies only. Though I think this would count.
Very much so.
In fact, it does beg the question why the Lion Clan hasn't sent someone here already. I mean, they've got unicorn, crane, blue dragon, but no lion.
Come to think of it, that is kind of strange.
Lion was the one, like, let me remember. Lion was the one at the top of the, what's called the castle, right? That was the daimyo.
Yeah, Nishizawa is the capital of the Lion Clan. And yeah, you guys can give me a history check if you want to. Just for like in-game lore that you may have got. Okay, yeah. When she says that, you will remember that the unicorn daimyo that disappeared and you guys were getting blamed for was with the Matsu family of the Lion Clan, like one of the noble families of the Lion Clan when they disappeared. And based on your discussions with the Unicorn Clan before, like they seem to agree with the fact that it seemed like you guys were being set up to take the fall by the Lion Clan. They don't know how they were involved, if they were involved, but she seems to be leaning into that paranoia here of like, first all that dodgy stuff with the daimyo, and they haven't sent anyone to deal with Cthulhu. But I suppose the daimyo must be working on it somehow.
Well, there is multiple reasons. One I could think is either they are wanting Cthulhu to come and, well, working with them, with him, or, yeah, with Cthulhu. Or maybe they were prevented by this infighting. One of the reasons why I personally do not see the, shall we say, purpose of clans instead of having a united force.
So it's true. Daichi really is trying to make the one united Kiga. I suppose we can dream.
I guess. Dreams is just another hope, and one cannot live without hope.
He just looks like absent-mindedly at the, well, just thoughtfully actually, absent-mindedly at the drum, just considering whether there is any in the current situation. You guys seem to be the only positive ones here, which is a surprise, I think, to all of these samurai. And yeah, they seem to believe your intent.
I guess all there's left is the summoning ritual and getting Cthulhu sealed.
I'd love to just get it started, but I think the Crane Clan might take issue with us if we do it right away. We need to make sure this doesn't start a war playing this drum. I think if you're feeling confident, maybe you can practice, and hopefully we can do it this evening. I mean, because you guys would have been having that conversation while everyone is still resting. But
Yes, we can. But then again, I don't understand why saving Kiga from destruction would cause a war. It seems so foolish.
it's not saving Kiga that would start the war, it's who would hold the power over that beast once Cthulhu is defeated. We don't want to kill one enemy just to create another. I certainly don't want to be in the Blue Dragon clan's bad side any more than we already are. I certainly don't want to add the Crane clan to that mix.
The one that should hold it should be one that do not want to use it. One that want to use it should never have that kind of power.
And do you think we're all free from temptation? You really are optimistic.
No. Ah, free from temptation, there's no one that is free from it. How I wanted to change the past, but you cannot change the past, only the future. And that power wouldn't even be useful to changing the past. After all, it is destruction. And one that destroys can never create anything, as destruction is an empty force.
Feel the Zenova within growling at that, but she nods. Yeah, she seems to agree, but doesn't say anything else. She just lets that sink in. Is there anything that the rest of you are doing while Estrella's learning the ritual? Or after you walk away?
Setha would like to put his palms together and go into meditate and try to get to the Phoenix realm. He wants to go and have a small chat, but we can do that at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to be wrapping things up shortly. So yeah, we can leave that to the end if you want. Anyone else doing anything?
Attempt to take June into her little realm as well. Nah, June is gonna just be peacefully meditating, waiting for everybody ready to go.
Okay, well, looks like Jared's internet's not coming back, so Seto will go to you. There's Sakura's learning the sealing jutsu, Australia's learning the drum jutsu, and June is just readying herself for what is to come. Seto, you. Let's actually go. Maybe shine a few of you. Down here at the bottom.
Fucking giant beast.
Just a heads up, my power is going out at midnight, so I will probably be hopping off in the middle of this conversation.
Okay, that's cool. We are trying to wrap things up by then, so
Cool,
we'll
cool.
see. But yeah, no rush. Yeah, Seto, you go into your meditation back into this sort of void space that is not quite as violent as before, but there is still a sort of smoldering like flame and heat around you as you see the chained phoenix before you.
I'll slowly approach and I'll make sure that my stance is fully relaxed. And I'll stand before the beast and I'll just say, I've come to bargain. Every time I die, I get more angrier. Every time I get more angrier, there's a higher hunger for destruction. So I guess even you can influence others, right?
It is your death that is granting my power even more strength and fiery fury. You only have so many left, you know. And then I will be free, and we will cleanse this world in fire once and for all.
About that, yeah. Why do you even want to do it?
It is my nature. It is the way the world must be. And if you wish for a peaceful world without all this violence, then there is only one way to achieve it. It has
Yeah,
happened
but who
before.
told you that?
It has happened before, and it will happen again. When evil rises, then it is our job as the elementals to squash that evil and make sure that it has no place on this world. Had we not been trapped, we would not have your draconic menace upon us.
You say it happened before, and you say it's gonna happen again. So what is it? Just a vicious cycle? Let's go again and again and again and again.
It is the circle of life. Everything must live and die. It is the corruption that comes from a world that has lived too long, that has been influenced by hellish forces. Do not mistake my desire to cleanse the world as evil. It is the best thing that can be done for this place.
And how do you know that it's time to cleanse?
That time has been here for longer than you would expect, but we have been sealed, and thus the world you have grown up in has come to pass.
Yeah, but who determines that it's the time to cleanse?
In days of old, it was the giants who commanded us, though we were not subservient to them. We were merely forces of nature. It was the dragons who turned us into weapons, and it is them that I shall burn.
So you're telling me that your desire is to burn the dragons and not the world itself?
It must all burn. The dragon's influence is everywhere. There is
Yeah,
only
but
one
what
way
if
to be sure that they are gone. If we do not burn it all, then they will find their little holes to hide in. And they will just be back like before.
Yeah, but wouldn't burning everything do the same thing? Because there are gonna be some that survive and then they're gonna hold the grudge against. and that they're gonna want to kill you, so they're gonna cycle of revenge repeats again and again. Now, obviously, you can't be killed, so it's not really a smart choice for them, but the evil and the desire to revenge stays. Isn't it better to just get rid of the evil influence and then teach the people that were influenced the ways as to how the world should work?
I hear your logic, but it is flawed. You cannot teach an entire world that what they have always known is a mistake. There will always be those who defy it, and there will always be those who follow them.
Have you tried it?
Where do you think the dragons got their powers?
I don't
Why?
think I know.
In your world, you call them kami. You have spirits that control the elements, draconic ones. Their power over the forces of nature was stolen from us. We are the natural beings on this world. Those dragons came from somewhere else, somewhere dark and evil, and far from this world. They do not belong here, and neither, I'm afraid, do the mortals like you.
I get where you're coming from, but what if there was a way in order to restore that which was stolen and get rid of those who have stolen and turn the balance back where it was without need of literally committing mass murder or wiping the entire world?
That is what I intend to do. You focus too much on the phase of destruction. Once the world has burned, it will grow anew. A soil gains far more nutrients from a forest fire than it does from any mortal influence. You would not believe the beauty that would come from a world that has been cleansed. Allow me to show you. Set me free.
Yeah, but if you already had this happen and it happened again, it just shows me that your way is the wrong way. Because if it was correct way, you wouldn't be here.
So you are on the side of my enemies. You would side
No,
with the dragons and the golden masks to imprison this kind of power. They are the corrupting influences. How do you not see that their way is wrong? This is oppression on us.
I'm saying, or at least what I'm trying to say is, I'm not on your side or their side. What I'm trying to propose is that we work together to get rid of them, give you back what was stolen, and then us, you, and the other elements usher a new era, a one free from the evil influence and one free from the mistakes of the past. You guys have been here for millenniums. You guys have seen what the mortals or what the gods have done wrong. I'm sure that you guys are more than capable of pointing in the proper direction. However, I don't believe that just casually burning everything, as proven already, was a correct choice either.
You can give me a charisma check. This
Oh,
one,
shit.
or the bargaining check, essentially.
Oh, okay. So that's 12 plus 1. Yeah, so 13 is the. Ugh.
I'll say you can have it with advantage after this conversation.
Nope.
The phoenix scoffs and just says, "You sound like my siblings. There is only one path, Seto, and that is a path of fire. Understand that, embrace it, and then they will all see." And yeah, the phoenix does not seem convinced by your argument. It seems convinced that there is only one way.
You're probably gonna be stuck for a while. I'm gonna keep coming until you change your mind. I don't want to set you free. I don't want to die either. What I do want is change your mind. That anger that you have is probably the cause of many deaths. Maybe one day you will realize that. And then I'll start slowly just walking away.
And that is where we will end tonight's session. As yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. Thank you guys very much for the game. I am loving the conversations that you are getting into. I wish I had all my notes, but yeah, I think that was a fun one. Thank you guys.